We're at Glessner House in Chicago, which was the home of John and Frances Glessner. They moved in here in 1887. They lived here until the 1930s.
It was featured in a USA Today poll as being among the most significant homes that you should visit, right up there with Mount Vernon and Newport Beach mansions and places of that ilk.
The Glessners were fascinating people. They were both from Ohio. Did not start out wealthy, either of them.
Mr. Glessner was moved out to an office in Chicago that was selling agricultural farm products, reapers and harvesting machines. And he was quite successful within that company.
The Glessners would say they were not wealthy, they were comfortable. The wealthy people were the Marshall Fields and the George Pullmans and the people that lived across the street from them. The house was designed by Henry Hobson Richardson. He has traditionally been part of the trinity of American architects, Richardson, Louis Sullivan, Frank Lloyd Wright. And I would argue that he was by far the most influential of the three, certainly in his time period.
The exterior of the home is very fortress-like, reminding you of a medieval castle. And then when you get inside, the rooms are smaller and they aren't as opulently appointed as Gilded Age mansions.
The family, the succeeding generations of the family have been incredibly generous in returning 80 to 90% of the original objects that were in the house back here.
And because we have a wonderful array of photography taken in the 1880s, 1890s, and 1920s, that we are able to replicate exactly the way the rooms looked in these historic photos. So a visit to Glessner House is really having a window onto a different era, the way people lived.
We have musical events in the house. We have dinners in the dining room. We have events in the coach house regularly.
It absolutely is an extraordinary home. Because of the documentation we have, because of the way it's been recreated, it looks as if the Glessners just walked out. And so I hope that people leave here having learned something about these extraordinary people and their beautiful home and collections, but also to have a better understanding of the different era of time.